Up, it's your boy TrUth coming at you with the first episode of Scooby-Doo Creepy Capers. I'm just rocking out with the options here, and then we're gonna get into this fantastic first cutscene. So we've got this green ghoulie here, and he's stealing a necklace, obviously. Another ghastly grab by the ghost thief. Good name, ghost thief, love it. Ghost thief defies gravity. You love that in my ghosts. Jekyll Labs Files, Chapter 11. I think that's bankruptcy. So classic premise here. Scooby-Doo and the Mystery Gang. We get stuck. I suppose you thought a thief would be a shopping mall. Certainly paid more attention than I did. And we just happen to be right by Jekyll Mansion, my dudes. And Shaggy wants some cheese, as per usual. No big dealio there. Ooh, hey, there he is. This is the only cutscene in the entire video game, I'm pretty sure. There might be one more, actually. None of this matters. It doesn't matter. Is it raining outside? Fuck. Alright. So this is still the cutscene, even though it looks like we're in the game. This is a Gameboy Color game. Just for the record, I'm playing it on my Game Boy Player on my GameCube. I'm also post-commentating this because I made this video months ago with no audio. And now here's the audio. We're going to upload it to youtube.com. And this cutscene is still going on. Okay, so this game is I didn't know this when I booted it up. It's a point-and-click mystery game featuring the Scooby Gang, which actually makes a lot of sense for a Scooby-Doo game if you think about it. Like, what else kind of games? I'm going to move my microphone really quick. Mute. We back. Can this cutscene end? Yeah, so you go around, and this is a terrible game. This game is not good. I dislike this game. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Nothing in this game makes sense. Okay, we're about to start here. And I'll talk about why it doesn't make sense as we continue on here. But as you can see, you have different things that you can do. You can use your eyes, you can use your hands, you can check things out. And we never have to go back to the van ever again, so cool. Oh my god, I forgot, when I edited this I watched it on 2x speed and I forgot how slowly you move. But it's okay. So if you go to the right here at the beginning, there's also weird hitboxes in this game. So I get stuck on corners a lot because it doesn't make sense. Those sirens are sure to go off if I give the wrong code. Uh-oh. The door's locked. Okay. Then we go back to the main entrance. This doorway's nothing. I don't know why that's here. And if we go to the left, we're at the front door of the house. You can check in the windows, but it's not polite to do that. These are the plants. They do nothing. I'm gonna give you a little sneak peek here. You can actually change characters. Shaggy and Scooby can't go inside, and also there's a symbol above the door, and we need Velma to do that. And Scooby-Doo can't go inside. Scooby and Shaggy can't. But Velma, Daphne, and Fred are inside. So I was like, what the fuck? What am I supposed to do? I thought I looked at everything out here. And so I walk around for a little bit, and finally, I'm playing around with the different buttons, and I realize that you can select characters. So let's go. I click on... Who do I click on? Fred. Okay, so Fred and Daphne are upstairs. Spoilers, you can't go downstairs. And there's more symbols that Velma understands. And all the doors are locked. I know I'm spoilering a few seconds before everything happens, but Daphne thinks the place is creepy, so that's good. This door is locked as well. Can't do anything about that. What about this big door? Now you can actually go into this one, so let's check this out. Another symbol for Velma. For some reason, a clock chimes. I don't know why the clock keeps chiming. But I'm walking around and I don't really see anything in this room. And then there's a rope. And it points out that there's a rope and a trap door. And it's very obviously a trap door. It's like, I wonder what it leads to, but you can't get him to open it. You can't open it from this side. So I'm like, fuck. And you check the rope. And very clearly, I thought that it wanted me to take the rope and use it for something, but it doesn't let you. So I guess that's everything in that room, so just leave. This door is locked. And then Velma knows about the symbol, and this door is locked as well. Sick. So I'm like, what the hell? What do I do? So I try and go downstairs, and it won't let me. Because this game is strange. There's a lot of triggers, invisible triggers for things that they don't tell you about. So I'll explain that as we get there. So Velma's in this room from the cutscene. And immediately I'm like, I don't want anything to do with this room. So let's get out of here. And there's a door to the front, and for some reason Velma can go outside. And so she evaluates the symbol. And I'm like, hell yeah. And I'm trying to talk to Shaggy and Scooby here, but it's not letting me. Oh, there we go. What are you doing, Shaggy? Shaggy's just trying to solve the mystery, boys. Don't worry about it. So I'm trying to go in this. Okay, so now we're in here. Fred and Daphne are just up those stairs. There's another symbol here that Velma can figure out. Do 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 do. So they're suits of armor. Nothing really special about these suits of armor. We go through this door. Velma, did we check? We can go through this door. This is the library. A lot of strange things. I got confused in this library a lot. So we got that symbol. There are books. It's an encyclopedia. Wensleydale. Love it. Real word. So then there's this book. The Secret Corridor, Lovers and Pulleys. And we can just take it. Oh, can we not? No, she can't move it. Okay, strange. And then there's a purple book. Poems for Scientists. That's my favorite book, actually. The last word in each line is to the symbols in the house. Okay. So now we know. So now we know that. We need the symbols for the... So now we know that the symbols are important. And check this door. We can go through it. Sweet. There's a laundry chute. There's a big old clock. It's not the right time. Strange. She doesn't know what time to set it to. Oh. Did you guys hear that? That was my phone going off. Fun. Do. Alright, so we come over here. And there's a stool. But it's broken. There's no one of the legs not on it. But we take it anyway, because why wouldn't we? And then that's the last thing we do in this room in the game. There's nothing. Also another clock's chiming. I don't know what that means. But we never have to go back in this room in the entire game. Which I don't know at this point. So I figured maybe I can set the clock now, but she still doesn't know what time it is. Peep the plant. Nothing. What about this door? It's locked. Okay. This door? There we go. We can go through this door. And we're in the kitchen. Here we go. Peep the cabinet. This one takes the cake about something. Velma won't open the door. Weird. Okay. There's an enormous fridge. It's like twice the size of Velma. There's a big old sausage in there. Genetically engineered to build strong legs. So I read that and I was like, oh, it's the leg for the chair. But then the game wouldn't let me take it. So I was like, okay. And I grab some papers and I see there's another symbol. I'm like, oh, okay. Gotta get that one checked off. Detroit is underneath the symbol. The sink is very sinky. Velma doesn't have anything to clean. Can't do anything there. And so now I've pretty much exhausted all my ideas. I truly don't know what to do now. So I'm walking around, and I'm like, I'll go upstairs. But I'm not allowed to go upstairs. So now I'm out of ideas. And I walk around for a long time. I go outside. There's nothing. And I decide to come in here, because I remembered that I didn't check in here. And I'm like, well, maybe there's something. Who knows? Turns out you can look through the window, and there's a big old Tesla coil in the backyard. So that's interesting. And I was like, well, now I know there's a Tesla coil in the backyard. But, like, what else does that have to do? Like, how does that change anything that I got going on here? So I'm still stumped. And I walk around for a long-ass time. And eventually I go outside. And I'm like, I wonder if the code works. Like, do I have all the things that I need? And then I find out that you can use your items. So I use the book. And I think, like, oh, good, I have the code. But then I don't have the code yet. So I'm like, fuck. So eventually, like, literally 20 minutes later, I'm playing around with Fred. Still can't go downstairs. Still getting messed up on hitboxes. And I'm just minding my own business here. I randomly step on an invisible trigger. And the ghost shows up over there. And truly, I think I just stepped on the right spot with Fred. I have no idea what I did to cause it. So immediately I'm like, maybe I can go back in that door. I'm like, no. Well, maybe I can go in this door that he went to. I said, okay. And Fred brings Daphne with him, which is always a good idea. Where the hell did the ghost go? Telepot. It's a dirty sink. Water must be turned off. So clearly the toilet is a teleporter. Obviously. So I'm thinking I can use it. But it doesn't let me use it for some reason. But it lets Daphne. Daphne does it when I try and use it. And she gets teleported away. So now Daphne's somewhere. Doo-doo. Fred's gonna save her right now. And that was the prologue. It took me like an hour. Well, not an hour. It took me like 40 minutes to do. It's extremely annoying. So now I'm back as Fred. I can't play as Daphne. I open the shower curtain and I see a towel. I'm like, interesting. And I can take the towel, so. So I'm like, okay. And I try and switch to Daphne. It doesn't let me. We're only got Shaggy and Scooby. And so now, say it with me, I'm kind of stuck again. I don't know what I'm doing. But I still can't go downstairs with Fred. So I figure maybe there's something to do up here, maybe? I'm walking around. This door's still locked. Can't do anything there. The towel does nothing to open the door. Spoilers. And I'm thinking I have to go through the teleporter because it says that Fred is gonna come get Daphne, right? But then I notice there's another symbol up here, so I'm like, well, Velma's got to get up here for some reason. And I try and use the towel to clean the sink, I guess. Doesn't do anything. I don't think the towel does anything in this game. I mean, it literally does something, but I don't think it does anything. And then randomly, this is what I was talking about. I walked around, and it doesn't tell you, but it lets Velma up now. So now I can check out that symbol. Got that shit. This door is still locked. I thought maybe it would be different with Velma. Apparently not. And I checked this symbol, got that. The word fish, no big deal. And I'm thinking maybe Velma will open the trap door or something. Because at this point I have no idea. At this point I've just hit so many random triggers in this game that I'm like, I just gotta throw everything at the wall and see what sticks, right? Just try everything, because I have no idea. Fred just wants to know if I found any clues. I didn't. So I head back to the bathroom. Totally, definitely remembering about the symbol that I need to get here. Obviously. So I grab the symbol, and I think this is the last symbol. Yeah. So now I have the code. So that's good, actually. So the game does tell me what I have to do now. But I still want to use the teleporter. and it doesn't let me. She doesn't need to use it right now, so that's fine. Yeah, so it doesn't... I don't need to get any more symbols, but I still am because I'm a dumb boy. That door's still locked, so nothing we can do there. Check out those hitboxes. Hell yeah. Maybe I didn't read the text box that says I can go to the lab, because I was walking the wrong way. But I do eventually end up at the lab. And the code works, and Fred shows up. Good work. Let's take a look inside. This turns out to be a bad idea, taking a look inside. Spoilers. I did it again. Uh-oh. Bye, Velma. And that was chapter 1. Much quicker than the prologue. But now we're in Boo's Clues. And there's... Look at this. It's Shaggy, maybe? So Fred is in jail now. Fred is locked up. And now we're Shaggy again. And now I guess we're allowed to bring Shaggy and Scooby into the house now. But first I'm like, okay, I look like the guard, so I'm just gonna go get Fred out. But turns out there's a bunch of them, I guess. So Shaggy says that he needs to find a trench coat and glasses and everything to fit in. So I figure right now I should look around this thing with Fred, just in case there's something that I need. I don't think there is. I can check the door. It's the door. And it's locked, actually, so that would have been funny. But there's also a vent. So I can't do anything. Can't do anything with the vent. Fred's too broad. My dude's got big shoulders. Alright, so I switch back to Shaggy and Scoob. Because I don't think I can play as Velma right now. Who knows why. So basically Shaggy needs to dress up as one of the guards. And I need to find a coat, glasses, and a mustache. Which is going to be much more difficult than you think it would be. Spoilers. So I'm walking all around the house, and I don't know what the hell to do, because I've been all over this house. But eventually I make my way to the kitchen. Like, I've never seen a coat or glasses or anything. So I make my way to the kitchen, and Shaggy is allowed to get the sausage. But Velma's not, so that was strange. Even though I guess canonically it makes sense, Shaggy would take the sausage. So then I leave, and I'm like, well, now I have the sausage, but I don't have... It won't let me put it on the stool or anything. So I come in here, and I use the towel on the laundry chute. And I thought that might do something, but really it just... Now I don't have the towel anymore. So I was like, well, that didn't help very much at all, did it? And then eventually I wander into this room, and I see Velma. And I'm like, okay. And Velma's looking for where she got the book from. And I was like, okay. And this part of the game confused me a lot. And I thought I could just put the book back, and it turns out I can't. There's something strange about the skull. So I'm walking around, I'm doing everything. This door's locked. And then randomly, without telling me, this door is now open. So I was like, fuck. So now I'm talking to this random kid that's been hanging out here. And so there's a little cutscene where the kid talks to Shaggy and Scooby. Our van broke down here. Shaggy looks like the guards in the lab. It's the redhead girl with you. She's being used as an experiment in the lab. Okay. But we gotta go find her. The kid doesn't know how to get past the guards. So now I'm like, okay. What's up with that? So I just leave, and then I come back in. And then there's a different cutscene with the kid. About his game. And then he tells you a code. 3, 2, 1, and then 2. 3, 2, 1, 2. But the problem is every time you leave and you come back in this room, the kid gets a new code. So, and then randomly there's a trapdoor. So I got that. Now I'm like, there's this robot, a lot of sharp pieces of metal. And then I turn on the robot and it comes over here and runs into the wall and gets destroyed. So that was an interesting turn of events. Sharp piece of metal. Did I pick up the sharp piece of metal? I guess I must have. Yeah, I did. I picked up the shards of metal. And then there's all this cheese. We got in cheese heaven. So this must be why Shaggy and Scooby have been specific about how much they want cheese. They need something sharp to open the cheese with. So I used the shards. And Scooby's like, hell yeah, brother. And then the screen fades to black, and Shaggy and Scooby have eaten all the cheese. Amazingly. So, now there's a door, but there's also tape. A roll of electrical tape. Grab that. Might need that for later. And then there's the laundry room, so that's important. We actually gonna need to use the laundry room later. And this is key. So the iron comes down. Check out the washer. Why would I need to wash my clothes? Can't do anything with it. Dryer. Nothing. And this is very important. There's a thing of soap. And I look at it, exploding studs. And then I try and take it. And it says no. It says no thank you. And then I see this is the towel from upstairs, so I take it again. I might need it. Who knows? But that soap thing is important. Remember that for the next episode. The main power to the house is on, so you can just turn off all the power. Just ruin this kid's game. Turn off. I think the breaker's yelling at you, probably. Then I can just, I guess, turn these levers. I think Dr. J went a little overboard with the switches. Nothing happened. Cool. So then I go to leave, turn the breaker back on, and now I'm up in the trap door. And I was like, can I go back? And it says no. So I'm like, god damn it. So I gotta go back to the kids' room, all the way back down to the basement. And now that the power's on... Oh, never mind. Okay, there's another door in the back. We got all this stuff. There's a grinder. It's a key grinder. Shaggy doesn't need to make a key, so can't do anything with that. Now there's wires. Someone has cut these wires. But I can't just use my hands to hold them together. I need the tape. But you can't touch them when the power's still on. So I'm like, god damn it. I have to go back. Gotta go back. Gotta cut the power. Oh, there goes the power. And now I can fix these wires. There we go. That should do it. What does that do? I'm not sure. But I did it. The wires are as good as new. So I thought something would change. But I guess not. So now I turn the breaker back on. Skadoosh. Power back on. And I try these levers again. And now they actually do something. And this room is moving now. Velma loses her glasses. This is the part that confuses me. Now I think I can switch Velma, but I can't. So I'm like, okay, I'll just go back upstairs. I gotta go find Velma. More hitboxes. Weird. So I show up in Velma's. And I'm like, Velma, what up, dude? What are you doing? Do you see where my glasses are? No. So, but I do see where her glasses are. So I pick up her glasses. Oh, I didn't read that. That would be great for her costume. Because I pick up her glasses and I try and give them back to her. And they don't seem to work here. And they won't let me give Velma back her glasses. I didn't realize that I needed them for the for the costume. That makes more sense. So I'm over here. I'm walking around. Now I have no idea what to do. Because I still need 2 more things for the costume. And I decided to randomly try this door. And now it's open. What the hell's that? What the hell's up with that? It's open now. Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any dang sense. So I'm looking around the room. There's a note. It's all about the professor's thing. And there's this house lady here who's, I guess, been locked in this room forever. There's a picture of her when she was an acrobat. Hilarious. And the pillow's at a weird spot. So I pick it up and there's a box hidden under the pillow. There's a lockbox. So I try and grab the lockbox and it says not while the cleaner's here. And I'm like, what the hell? How do I get rid of the cleaner? I try and use the book. Nothing. Try and offer her a sausage. Nothing. Try and give her a towel. No, nothing. Use the stool. Nothing. Try the sausage again for good measure. I truly am dumbfounded. I have no idea what to do with this lady. So eventually I end up back in here. And, well, yeah, I said it.
What the fuck?
Basically, I have no idea how I got this room to turn. I think one of the books does it. One of the books, and the room rotates, and then you can get into here. And there was a lab coat in the bag. And then I open the trunk. There's a key. So I'm thinking, okay, I need the key grinder, probably. Because that's the key. So I get out of here, and I'm like, okay, how the hell do I leave now? So I go back to the room feels like it's moving, so I'm like, okay, can I leave now? The room's still moving. So yeah, just randomly talking to that book makes the room rotate. Now, I guess after I pulled that lever. So we leave it, and I'm finally free. And now I just need one more thing for the costume. And I know it's in that lockbox, or I'm pretty sure it's in that lockbox, but I cannot, for the life of me, figure out how to get this lady to get the hell out of here. So I try and use the key, and I can't do it when she's there. So I'm walking around, and then I open up this, because apparently Shaggy's allowed to open up this cabinet, and there's a bunch of vanilla extract. And so I grab the vanilla extract. And that's about it for this episode. It's going to end in a few seconds, and I'm dumbfounded at this point. But I do beat the game. Don't worry about that. And I'll see you guys in the next episode soon. Peace off.
Oh.